gotta move this around. That drives me nuts. Sorry. Hi, guys. Wow, we already have people waiting. Welcome into Nearing Nerdvana. As you can tell, we have a special guest here with us tonight, Brian from SIMPLEMAN'S COMICS. Brian, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, like I said, as soon as I got the invite, I couldn't join quick enough. I've been following you guys. I know some of us were I'd say acquaintances, but after tonight we're gonna be great friends. And I know we follow a lot of the same people, have a lot of the same friends, run in a lot of the same circles. So thank you so much for having me on. And it's a pleasure and a privilege. So I can't thank you guys enough.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like Jen and I are both like, we don't know how to respond to that. That is so nice. Before we get going, let's see who's in the chat. We got Rob that was already waiting. Welcome on in. Nimesh, good to see you. Chad Cave has never been this excited for 3 women.
What happened? We lost him.
He's like, okay, I'm done. I'm sure
that was it for today.
He'll come back. Oh yeah, the Moon Knight just barely launched, guys, about 2 minutes ago. So, yay.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Did we scare you away already?
No, it just so happens when I was trying to bring your actual video up, I put it in the tab of the YouTube of the StreamYard.
Oh, I hate when I do that. Yeah, I done that. Yeah.
But hi to everybody. Happy Friday. She Geeks in the house. Good to see you. We have quite a show planned.
She Geeks' birthday's tomorrow, so happy early birthday.
Yay. Happy birthday, Sarah. I wish we could celebrate with you, but we'll be with you in spirit. Mm-hmm. Okay, before we get started, quick shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. If you use the code Nerdvana14, you get 1 month of their unlimited membership for 99 cents. But you have to be like a new person, a new subscriber. Also, shout out to Bird City Comics. They are sponsoring our show. So if you use code Nerdvana, you get 14% off of their site, excluding like private collections, like Trisha's stuff. Okay, let's do a quick round table. Starting with Lucy. How'd your day go?
It's pretty good. I just came back not so long ago. Before I jumped in, I came back from my mom's house. She made pozole, so I went to eat a little bit before I started.
Pozole, that's meatballs.
No, that's the, what is it called? No, the mahogany. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. What is it? Honey? It's like the corn thingies. It looks like corn dog.
That sounds good.
No, I mean corn nuts. They kind of look like that, but it's a really traditional, I guess, Mexican soup, I guess.
Yeah, all Mexican food's like my soul food, man.
So good.
Love it. Jen, how's your day?
It's okay. Just packing. That's always fun.
Yeah, but now we got to hang out with Brian, so this is like the best way to kick off the weekend, right?
Yep.
I'll see if that's the highlight of your day. Oh, I'm sorry.
It is the highlight. I am so excited. I can't super chat. I know. I don't think they let us yet.
Not yet. We have to. I don't know. Is it like the hour things? Like
we're not monetized yet, but we're on our way. We need like 800. I think you have to have 4,000 watch hours, and we need 800 more. But thank you for thinking of us. That's really sweet.
It'll be here before you know it, though.
Right before you know it. Well, we're gonna get there. And Brian, last but not least, how was your day going? How's your week been?
It was a busy day. It was a busy week. It's weird because it's supposed to be. I work every other Friday, called compressed work schedule. So today was supposed to be my Friday to work, but I spent most of it at my kids' school for like a 5th grade event, and then tonight they had movie night. So I was popping popcorn for all the kids while they showed Encanto, and everyone's singing. We don't talk about Bruno, of course.
That's awesome.
I get why that song was like so catchy, but I like the drip 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 song, the pressure song.
Yes, yeah. But no, I could see why the Bruno. After watching it so many times again, I could see why it's so good. And
that guy seems to write song for like every movie. Was it Lin-Manuel
Miranda? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, him. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I was telling my husband, that kind of sounds, if you notice, like all of them, they kind of have that same sound.
Yes.
So, but I mean, it works. it gets stuck in your head.
It does. You're like driving down the car and like on your car and you start singing it, or at the grocery store or whatever. So guys, if you were just joining though, welcome in. This is our flagship show. We go live every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, please sub and give us a thumbs up for the night. So tonight we decided that we are going to kind of focus a bit on Simpleman's Comics. We're going to kind of talk a little bit about him, and then we're going to end the night with some trivia.
I suck at trivia.
I suck at trivia too. So
too.
you and I will
Don't worry.
I suck with comic people at trivia. Like when the MCU, when they first had like the Avengers and were first doing the marathons, I won all types of free crap at AMC because it was like easy questions and I was just throwing out all the swag to people. But when I get into real competition, I suck.
I freeze up. Like I'll think of the answer later and be like, damn it, why didn't I knew this. But like during trivia, when there's like a countdown, I freeze up. Yeah, Rob, feel free to rage binge watch all of our episodes. That will definitely speed up the process. Yeah. That's what you need to spend your whole weekend doing. Just watch old reruns. Omar, what's up? All right. So the meat of the show tonight, let me get my screen up. The Nerdvana Nexus is, of course, Brian. So let's talk a little bit about your Instagram. I was kind of stalking you a little bit earlier. How active are you on this?
I'm somewhat active, but to be honest, I haven't been as comic active. My hobbies kind of changed where lately I've been really into Premier League soccer. So I still do comics, but lately I've been doing more soccer related or just kind of life in general. Because to be honest, I need to purge comics instead of bringing some more in, but I can't help but buy certain books. But I need to get rid of stuff. But at the same time, the one thing I hate about selling comics is I hate shipping comics. It's like the worst part to me. It's like putting away laundry bad.
Yes,
I don't mind putting the clothes in the washer. It's folding and put them away that sucks. That's why I am with selling. I hate shipping.
I feel you on that, man. Anthony and I were up until a little over 1 last night, just packaging until your fingers go numb and your thumb has calluses from the tape, you know? But you're saying that you're to steer away from comic books, but look at your YouTube channel. You have 24,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and I think
how did you get here? How did this happen?
There was so like I said, I've kind of scaled back some on Instagram and even my content just because about a year ago I started a new job that just kind of eats into my day a little bit more than it used to, and from that I've had to scale back some because it's hard to do job, from 5 to 6:30, and then have family life and then try to do YouTube at the same time. So the one priority that kind of slid the most was YouTube, but there was a time where, all I wanted to do was do content for YouTube. So if I wasn't working, I was either filming or editing or trying to think of different things, searching Google Trends, what people were searching for. Let me try to do a video on that. It was part of the thing where it was, I wanted to grow my channel, but it was more fun of, hey, what can I do creative wise that's kind of different or that I would enjoy doing? And then from that, it's whenever you start a YouTube channel, you're like, how does the YouTube algorithm work? How do I do social media? How do I tie it all together? Oh, let me create a website, which I haven't touched the website in forever, and then try to funnel it all into, if I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, I try to funnel it all into YouTube. So I was searching how to use Facebook ads, how to create a Facebook pixel from a website so I can use those Facebook ads and target a demographic that would be helpful to grow the channel. So it was a lot of behind the scenes, I guess you could say geekery, but it was just playing with stuff to try to figure out, hey, what videos are hitting, what's good. But like I was saying before the show, it's like I'm also the type person that if I get bored of doing a type of video, I'm done and I'll try to do something different. And then people are like, you're nuts. That was a video that was getting, so many views. And I was like, yeah, but I don't like doing weekly picks anymore. I'm going to do something different. There's a lot of other channels doing the weekly picks. They can do it. I just recently quit doing final word cutoff. It got to where it's like, hey, I'm kind of not burnt out, but just it's not as fun to do anymore. So the problem is I've quit doing videos like that, but I haven't found that next what I want to do. And I know Jen had brought up another topic where she wants to see more skits, more Rooster River type stuff. So I have a bunch of which is a poor excuse, right? I have a bunch of stuff in my head. It's just like, okay, let me do it and film it and edit it and stuff like that. And then the problem is whenever you do skits like that, I think everyone has a little bit of insecurity where you're like, hey, it's funny as shit to me, but if I do this that's going to bomb, and people are like, yeah, screw this guy. He's stupid.
I think they would love him. Jen seemed like she loved him.
Yeah, I mean, I've been before we started doing this, I was a big comic book YouTube lurker, and before the show, I was saying that when you start watching a lot of different shows on YouTube, you know, you're like, yeah, you're all excited, and then every so often there'll be like a weird, like, oh, that was super negative, or they say something, and I'm like, oh, I don't think they think that girls are watching. But then your channel was always so positive, and always like I felt like very welcomed, and never did I ever have that feeling even once. So it was just a constant. And yeah, I liked when you guys did the hot and cold, and you would mix it up, and that's what kept it engaging and entertaining. And yeah, the skits, they always made me smile.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I think one of the bigger pivots that I did was I never was really heavy on speculation, but I talked more about it, and then it got to where I don't have anything against speculation. I just think it opens up the speculation YouTube channels and speculation community. It can be super, super volatile at times, and I don't have the energy or the desire to walk in that world of and be argumentative with people or things like that. To me, it's speculation. That's why it's called. You're speculating.
Yeah.
You're wrong or you're right. But the problem is a lot of times you don't hear a lot of people's wrongs, but they want to tell you, they want to let everyone know when they're right about stuff.
God, that's so true.
So I enjoy talking about comics.
Yes.
And I don't have anything like, I'm not saying, oh, you're a dirty speculator. It's got its own swim lane for it, and those people can have at it. But to me, the biggest thing that what I found about YouTube that I enjoyed was the community and meeting the people, meeting the fellow YouTubers, meeting creators. I mean, I met some fantastic comic creators. David Boer, Drew Zucker, before Kanto was even on the lips of people's words, we were able to get them on the channel and talk about Kanto. And those guys to this day are like some of the greatest people out there. Greg Guggenheim.
Yeah, they always talk about you. So yes.
So I enjoy it, and I think the biggest thing I get out of it, like I said, is the community and meeting people, and the best people that you do meet and the best people that you are friends with. When I'm talking about speculation, a lot of times some of the best people are the ones that you start off with not on such a good page together, where you're almost argumentative or dislike each other. It's kind of like that thing, like being in the Marine Corps or working in bars back in the day, where meathead syndrome, where you hate each other at first, but then you become best friends. So
then it kind of works out. Well, yeah, like, I mean, we're obviously really, really new. So when we see a channel like yours, it's like mind blowing. How long did it take you to get there?
It was weird. So had a channel for like 2 years, and it was almost about maybe close to 9,000. The COVID year was one of the years that I kind of tried to take advantage of, when I knew people were going to be at home. Mm-hmm. It was good things because you could innovate, but then it was also a level playing field because everyone's going to be using Zoom so you're going to have more of those type videos. So at the same time, it's like, hey, we can capitalize on people staying home and watching content, but how are we going to make our channel unique to where it's a little bit different than what other people are watching? Yeah. And I always say the most unique thing about a channel is you, right? They can have 50 other Nearing Nerdvanas right now, but there's only one Laura, Jen, and Lucy, right? So that's what makes the channels unique. It's always, how can you bring your personality out into the conversation that makes people watch it? Because hey, yeah, everyone's talking about the same book, and I'm watching because I like Laura's take on it, right? Jen's take. I have that conversation a lot with, I don't know if you guys know Comic Man Andy or not, but that same conversation with him. It's like, hey, he's like, well, I don't want to copy. I was like, you're not copying me. There's only one you. Everyone's talking about the same. It's not like, hey, only one can do this one thing. No, every channel can do it. Just do it the way you want to do it.
That's a refreshing take, because it does seem like there's a lot of competition, and people do get upset if you use their idea, or if you do something similar to them. It's like an uproar. So you kind of have to like navigate the YouTube waters very carefully and make sure that you're not stepping on toes and all that jazz, you know?
Yes, but it's bound to happen because I mean, just even in the comic niche, there's how many different YouTube channels starting a day. And I always say, if you want to start a channel, also start. I mean, don't be scared because there is a bunch of channels out there. I would also just say it's very cliche, but if you're sitting there going, "Hey, I'm gonna start a channel," and I expect to monetize by next week, you gotta have patience and just keep chopping wood.
It's so much work.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit of a hypocrite saying all that because there is a lot of work that goes into it, and I've kind of fully admit I've scaled back a lot on mine just because of the time constraints to do the content and edit the content. And so right now I'm doing our weekly live stream, which is Comic News Weekly with, Brian McClay and a couple others, Comic Man Andy. And then I keep saying I want to add another video in there. It's just hard because once you start adding, hey, I'm gonna do 4 videos a week, it takes away time from, family priorities or work priorities
We understand that. We understand that. We had 1 week where we did 3 shows in the week, and we were like, oh man, that took up our whole week just getting those 3 shows done, because it is a lot that goes behind it. But we are, as Jen was saying, she's grateful that you're part of the community because you have been very welcoming and your shows are such good positive energy. And that's what I like to watch. I like to watch stuff where it's like you just feel good watching it and it makes you smile. And
every now and then you get a right to go on a rant video, though. I'm pretty sure I'm not saying, hey, go back and watch all my stuff, but I'm pretty sure there's times where I think I called Midtown a punk bitch. Because
hasn't everybody?
It was never like, what is this? It was like,
they started, when they started raising their prices almost closer to a secondary market versus a retail market. But so I enjoy it. Yeah. So see, my wife's jumping in there now.
I was like, who is this? She's beautiful. Hi. Thank you for letting us borrow them for a little bit. We're so grateful. Like you're definitely one of the people in the community that everybody knows. Everybody knows Simpleman's Comics. Everybody. I was talking to Anthony when we found out that you're coming on. He's like, no shit, you got Brian, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And he was so excited. And I was like,
I did talk to him for like a good while. I think it was Friday at Baltimore when we kind of both run in the same circles. I know you guys have worked closely with John Leone and at 616. So getting to sit there and talk to him, it was great. And, and also hearing information from Bird City about McClay, because McClay is almost like my twin brother from a different mother. If there's ever a gentle giant in the field, it's Brian McClay. I mean,
he's good people. We're going to have him on too. That's the goal eventually here. All right. Jen, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Actually, I have a quick question that, so like my significant other person, Britt, was super curious because I know she's kind of like curious about Sam and like the other people. Like, is she into comics too, Ashley, or?
I will say no, but she comes and goes, right? Like if she's in the chat, she'll tell you the stuff she read. She's read some Saga. She's read some Bitch Planet. The big thing, I think that kind of Walking Dead, we were binging that on Netflix like years ago when a hurricane came through. So we were sitting there hunkered down watching. And then I ended up getting the compendiums for The Walking Dead, and she blew through those. So she reads some things out there and she's the Vault book.
No.
she like comes and goes, put it that way. But she's more of a Nicholas Sparks and Outlander and all that stuff. I don't care.
Oh, Ashley, I'm the same way. Like I like. It took me some time. I'll read a comic book series, but I prefer to have all of it at once. I don't like having to wait a week. So I'm kind of like that too, where I want to have it in bulk because otherwise you just they're like, what happened? So I agree with you, Ashley.
That was like part of why we also started was it's to see like, because I still firmly believe that every person out there has a comic book or two that will speak to them and that will get them into like the hobby, right? But it's like certain writers or artists, it's just trying to find that. But it's funny because like with Britt, she's not a comic book person. And I feel like there's many times she's like, your comic gremlin is showing. And I'm like, oh,
Comic gremlin.
Because like I'll find comic books, we'll be anywhere, and I'll be like, comic book store, and she's like, what? It's in the basement. How did you find that? I'm like, there's a pop in the window. So it's always like, it'd be interesting to see if like people would just come on and just like, I don't know if we can get them more into the hobby. Like, has she read Monstrous?
I don't think she hasn't read Monstrous. I know she's read Saga, Bitch Planet. I'm trying to think. What was the Vault book when it was like up in space and it was pretty freaking raunchy from a female level? Recent, like within the past year or two. Money Shot.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure if that was the one. Yeah, that
she
was
read some
crazy.
Money Shot, and then, but I agree, and I think also now's an easier time to get people to be comic fans, even if they're not saying they're comic fans, just because look at pop culture. It's like centered around comic book or graphic novels. I mean, the box office runs off of comic books. Streaming services now. I mean, every freaking streaming service has some type of comic book streaming show coming on. I mean, between Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Netflix, some are good, some aren't.
They need story ideas, and it's like there's a plethora in the comic book community of amazing stories. So, like, there's just so much content they can pull from. So we're going to probably
the worst is the ones when they watch something and they really like it, and you're like, "Hey, that's based off a comic book," and they're like, "No."
Oh, yes, it is.
It's like you hurt their feelings.
My husband loves Bitch Planet. That's funny. Sarah's. Go ahead, Jen.
I kind of already forgot.
Lucy, do you have any questions you want to ask Brian? You are muted. There she is.
I know. Sorry. It's just that remember my internet's been acting up that I was telling you. So I'm like trying to make sure that it's not messing up.
No, you look good. You're not frozen.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
No, it's just, like how you say that you take like kind of like little bit breaks, because I know it's hard to put up a show, like us, like the three of us try to come up with something for like next week and stuff like that. And I know it is a little bit hard to to not follow into the whole I guess like the negative from the stories that they come up, like from how do I put this, like if there's an article talking about an artist, like how to put it in a positive way to stay positive and not fall into the whole the rabbit hole of adding more negative to it, you know what I mean?
So
like
creating content that's not going to
just
come off as like mean.
Yeah.
Right. And I fully understand that it's
Yeah.
one thing to have your opinion and share your opinion, right?
Mhm.
Because if there's one thing you don't like, or me personally, I don't like someone that's just going to straddle the fence the whole time, because part of what makes the content is, hey, I'm watching because of you. I want to know what you think about it. But you also need to be careful how you communicate that so that you get your point across, but you don't seem like, an a-hole or alienating the other part of your audience type thing. It's Joe Rogan's the perfect person at it. If you ever watch Rogan, he's the perfect person that does it. I understand some people don't like him, but he just pretty much wants to have a conversation about it and get information out there. And he's not sitting there saying, hey, I feel this way. He'll say some things, no doubt, but it's never a, hey, I'm having this person on to frame this point of view so everyone thinks it's that way. He asks straight up questions, almost like real journalists should, where it's, hey, let's talk about this topic. So it did get, there were times, where it's like, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking about it because I don't have the opinion that I think it's appropriate. It's not comic related, if it's outside influences, I want to talk about it on my channel, and I reserve the right to, if I don't want to talk about a political topic that you guys think, hey, you have a channel, you should be talking about it. I have a channel and it's my channel, and I reserve the right or the opinion that if I don't feel comfortable talking about it, I'm not going to.
Well, there went my next 10 talking points. Gone.
Right.
No, we're not
Yeah.
going to talk about
And then-
Brown
yeah.
versus Ford negotiations.
No, and
All right.
No, and I'm only saying because I know I do fall into that, like instead of like trying to see like Jen, she's so positive and tries to see everything, and me, like I'm a little bit of the opposite. Try to like find out more, like it's like I guess I do fall into the whole little bit of the rabbit hole. So for me, I know sometimes it's a little bit hard.
Yeah, and I'll tell you
Stay-
also, you are not going to please everybody. So it doesn't do you any purpose to try to please everyone. So at the same time, if you have a conviction and you feel strongly about something, I wouldn't hold back talking about that. I mean,
Like, you don't love Campbell and you're not quiet about it, Lucy. She's not a fan of Campbell, and she has let everybody know she does not
You
like
see,
Campbell.
I'm telling you, it's hard for me to.
No, that's good though. You can have your opinion. What's wrong with not? I don't know. I think we've gotten too scared to have like opinions nowadays. I think
yeah, everyone's scared of being canceled.
right? I mean, look at Johnny Depp, man. Ugh, anyway. All right. So again, guys, if you're just joining, we're talking with Brian from SimpleMan'S Comics. If you're not already one of his subscribers, one of his 24,000 subscribers, then you are missing out. This is a good guy, good part of the community, good content. I'm curious to see what you come up with next, since you like to keep your stuff fresh. But we had a question in the chat too.
I think I am going to go kind of skip based. I have some stuff like the Rooster River character that I've been thinking of stuff like. I want to do either like kind of short comic reviews for Rooster River style, and then I want to take advantage of some of the YouTube Shorts type stuff. I want Rooster to talk about NFTs a little bit. I want to have fun with it.
Yes, please.
All right, here's the question that we got. You guys, if you have any questions in the chat, ask them now because we're about to move on. But first, what comics do you gravitate towards? Superheroes, indies, horrors, romance?
Right now, I mean, that's a place for superheroes, but I gravitate more towards the indies. I can't think that was some of the stuff that I built some of my content. I was like, I like Big Two, but I actually liked some of those smaller imprints that aren't as small now. Like I liked Vault Comics when their books were coming out, Alien Bounty Hunter. That's why I don't like trivia, because I just brain farted.
See, I do that too, though. We'll be okay.
The Ram V book, the vampire book. Oh,
The Ram V
from
book.
Vault. Sorry, the
Is it Little Monsters?
like if you liked it, you should know the name of it. I know, I should, but Image.
No, I think I
Sure.
know what you're talking about. No, Philadelphia's Image, I think.
Sorry, but
No,
Savage Shores.
I'm trying to think about it.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun playing trivia against you, Brian. This is good.
Savage Shores.
Okay.
These Savage Shores, and then I'm a huge Boom homer. I like Boom Studios and a lot of their books, and I liked a lot of them once they started going. I did like a lot of their licensed books. I loved the original Sons of Anarchy comic that came out years ago, and then of course their Power Rangers, their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Rangers crossover. But then they started really hitting it with a lot more creator owned. I mean,
Did you just forget again?
Did you read the Godzilla?
I'm telling you, it's late, a long day. Jessica Slaughter.
Okay.
God, well, but Seven Secrets is my all-time favorite book to read right now. Once and Future, I think there's a lot of Boom original titles that are kind of overshadowed by some of the bigger title ones that people are talking about. But I tend to like any comic, and I do really love horror books, especially if you got Cullen Bunn writing it or Tim Seeley.
Okay, so I know you're not a big spec person, or that you don't like to do a whole lot of spec. But can I ask a question?
Sure.
If you had to pick a series right now that has not been optioned, that you think has the potential to go there, what would it be?
I would pick either Seven Secrets or Once and Future.
Once in Future.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
But Seven Secrets is also getting ready to come to an end, and I mean, I think both of those are really undershadowed. And I think Once and Future is just one of those books that, I mean, it's a great story. That Relive is a great one too.
Once in Future.
Yeah. I need to. I picked up the first 6. Oh no, wait. I think till 12. I think I'm behind, and I read 1 through 6 right now. I'm super behind on that, and then I really liked it. I love all that. That's such a good story. I really like that one.
All right, I'll pick it up, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have to revisit this show in like a year.
I mean, well, I won't say if you're talking about spec, of course, don't pick it up and trade. But from a reading point of view, The trades are out there. I think it might even be on Hoopla if you wanted to read it on Hoopla for free. So,
you know what makes great gifts for people who don't buy floppies is trades.
Yeah, I'm horrible because I'll buy floppies and then I buy trades and then the omnibus that come out and I buy the omnibus.
So you
live
in a house.
Trades
you live in a house, right?
Well, it's bad. Like I got stuff like the stuff behind me and I got packages that I haven't. Yeah, it's horrible. Like I said, I need to purge some stuff.
It's tough though.
Something's killing children. Thank you, Aaron. Good Lord. I was like when I was talking about Jessica Slaughter.
Oh, I thought you meant like, okay. I thought you meant like the character. I was like, yeah, of course. Guys, really quickly, Ninth Wonder is in the house. There's one that we all know and love. And Bird City Comics just recently sponsored his show over on YouTube. So make sure you are checking it out. It's good stuff. Him and Yi and Anthony, they do really fun and
check them out on
Dark
Whatnot,
Evolution.
Right?
Yep, they're on Whatnot too. So shout out to Ninth Wonder. All right. As promised, Brian, we are going to be playing a friendly game of trivia. Lucy, are you hosting this or do you want me to with your computer?
No, I think I can do it. If you add it, I'm able to. I'm still kind of learning, Brian, here. I can control it, right?
Yeah, so add up and you're going to share your screen and then you can, leave it there for right now. That's the blank screen. But once you scroll down will be the first question. Who's going? Are we taking turns?
Okay, hang on real quick.
Hold on.
I too at trivia can sometimes flop.
I would say my brain you've seen my brain's not working. It's like,
an infamous story is that Britt and I went to this like mac and cheese bar and they had trivia night and we just by accident were there. We started playing and one of the things that like I knew a lot of them and I just finished watching. I binged all of Frasier. And the question was, what radio station does Frasier work at? And she just stares at me. She's like, you just finished binging this. And I was like,
sorry, Laura. I'm like trying to figure it out.
I don't know. And she's like, you just finished binging it. And I'm like, and I couldn't, I blinked. And then we got it wrong. And she was like, you watched how many seasons of this thing? And I was like, oh.
So in other words, I'm going to win yet another round of a Nearing Nerdvana game. I can feel it.
Choice?
I don't think so.
Sports trivia where it's multiple choice.
I didn't have anything to do with this one. So let's see. A friendly game of trivia. Yes, it's going to be friendly. So
Double
Lucy,
J.
Hold on.
Cheesies in Chicago. You should go.
You have to go to slideshow view.
Good. Cheesies.
I'm trying, but it doesn't. Let me see. It shows me. Let me see. Sorry, I don't know if I'm doing. Is it the right one? Sorry, I'm like trying
to. I'll put up the screen, and then you can just tell me when to scroll.
Okay, because I don't know why it doesn't.
Wait, no, it should let you do it. It should let you.
The one that the one that Laura has open, it doesn't let me go to the next one for some reason.
Okay, but you can just tell me go Laura next one.
Okay.
All right, but before we start, here's the little video.
Trivia Smackdown.
Okay, I'm ready. So do I go first then, Lucy?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, since you're up here, let's do so. Come on. At the end of the Incredible Hulk movie, what does Tony tells Thaddeus Ross? Thaddeus. Okay.
End of the Hulk movie. What does he tell Thaddeus Ross?
Thaddeus Ross.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. Do you know, Jen?
I should have like a timer.
I would not cheat. I honestly
whatever you
know.
Yeah. Oh, Brian. By the way, she's a cheater. So yeah.
Brian, they are dirty, dirty liars. What does he tell Hulk at the end of the movie? Do you know the answer, Brian?
I don't.
Can I phone a friend? Shit.
Yeah.
No.
At the end of the Incredible Hulk movie.
Sorry, I'm gonna try something to see if this works for me. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to guess.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that Tony tells him to smash.
Yeah.
Because that was in the chat.
I didn't look at the chat. I'm just thinking, what do you tell Hulk? You tell Hulk smash. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, but you told Thaddeus Ross. But yeah, I mean, they're putting the team together.
They're putting a team together. What?
I didn't even know Tony was in it.
At the end of the
Was that the
they're
Edward Norton
talking.
one?
You can't afford me.
Or was that?
Nice.
I don't know. Nobody in the chat got it, Brian. So I wasn't the only one that had no freaking clue.
Okay.
Well,
So-
yeah.
Okay, go to the next one.
I like it better when I control all this. Because then I can cheat.
I know. Okay, Brian. Who killed Thomas Wayne?
I know this
and Martha
one.
Wayne?
I know this one.
The name, like I know it, but yeah, the name escapes me, so I don't know. We'll say Bob Finger.
Can we have an option to steal?
Yeah, steal it.
Can I steal it?
Well, wait. It depends what iteration, because there's a couple
No.
different ones where who kills Thomas and Martha Wayne.
The original, right?
Yeah.
No, think of the
which
Dark
version?
Knight
Yeah.
movie. Think of the Dark Knight movie.
Well, because they rewrote it.
That was Joker
Yeah.
dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
So I can't steal? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Damn it.
No.
All right.
I don't know the
Bri-
answer. Go ahead.
Brian Buzz. Joe Chill.
That's right.
I actually knew that one.
He was like, somebody said COVID. Freaking nine.
Oh, gosh.
See, after he's just like, oh, I know, but I don't know it. And then when you say the answer, like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Okay.
Joe Chill.
Okay.
I think of the movie because that actor that played him was so like, he's just so sleazy. Like he played it perfectly in that movie. But
Mhm.
anyways, all right, Jen. Oh, come on. She got an easy one.
It's an easy one. Come on, Jen. What's the name of the mother? A woman. Wonder Woman's mother. Come on.
Mrs. Wonder Woman.
Does it start with an A?
No.
No.
A T?
No.
Guys, I swear, all four of us know comic books. We're all involved.
I know, right? I'm telling you, I'm horrible at trivia because they're just like brain dead.
I don't.
Baby
I'm
mama.
not. I'm not. I don't know.
It's like hypno
Wonder
campus
Mom.
or
Zoe, come
hippopotamus.
on.
Oh yeah, that one. Double J.
Double J knew this.
I'm just gonna say it in Spanish. I don't know.
Yeah.
Polita.
I say it's better off with the chat answering them because I'm not knowing them.
See?
Oh, damn, Brian, this is bad. All three of us are zeroing out.
Good thing I'm not playing.
I like
These are
Okay.
harder than I thought.
Well,
Okay.
Vision's good.
There, and some
Can
of
we
them I
just
was
do
like,
like
oh,
comics against humanity or something? I'm kidding.
I know, we stand a chance
wait,
at.
do they have such a thing? That would be
I
a
do have.
good one.
There's a Marvel one that I have. It's awesome.
Really?
Oh, cool.
That would be
Dang it, I
cool.
knew that. That's cool.
Dang, yeah.
Really quickly, guys, we're at a little over 40 viewers right now. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. We have Brian from Simple Men's Comics with us tonight, so make sure you're following him on Instagram and his YouTube channel. And we're currently just getting our asses kicked by trivia. Thank you. You guys need to make this
Next
multiple
time,
choice.
yes. Okay, next time. I think,
Okay.
yeah, who said this? Who knows what evil lurks? Oh wait, Laura, it's your turn. Lurk in the hearts of men.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? I feel like he has an accent. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Diego Montoya.
You killed my father. Prepare to die. Is that an option? No, wait, this is Marvel.
I should give you guys a hint, right?
I said
Maybe
I'm definitely.
it's a D. Is it? No, that's
This is
he a
hard.
DC
Wait, just say
character?
DC or Marvel.
Yeah,
because
give me
I'm
that.
trying to remember if he's a DC. I want to
Shadow.
say he's a.
Shadows.
Oh.
They're better in the chat.
Damn it, the shadow. Oh, I didn't look at the chat.
Guess Brian said it.
These guys, the people in the chat, are like, bro, let me on this show. You guys.
I know.
Like, yeah.
Look at it.
I didn't look at the chat. I feel like I
Alec
got that one right.
Baldwin. Yeah.
That is somebody already Googled. Yeah, you guys are no.
Did I get a point?
I kind of. Well, I mean, Brian
Chat-
said
I
it
think
first.
chat is winning
but
right now.
The
The
chat,
chat.
is winning. That is right.
Goodness freaking
Nice.
gracious. We're doing
Why
shadow.
can't the just be like, who said I'm not the one wearing hockey pads?
Brian, you're up.
Okay. Which superhero can no longer resume human form? That's an easy one. Come on. I'll give you a hint. It's for Marvel.
Can we play as a team?
No, because it's not even.
Is this a newer question or an older question?
There's a new one. I mean, what do you mean?
Mm,
You wound me, Rob. I think it would be Rogue, not Rogue, Mystique, because she can never be. Well, can she be human?
Was she?
yeah, if it's X-Men, I'm out. I'm not an X-Men
Was she ever
fan.
human? I don't think so.
She has the
No.
human form when she gets her mutanness taken away. She's Rebecca Romaine. Remember?
Do you want to give
Yeah, I'll
up?
give up. The Thing.
Ugh. Okay, you guys, we are losing to our chat
Yeah.
badly.
No problem with that. That increases chat participation because they're the smart ones.
Hey, Archangel,
Love it.
that's a good answer.
Yeah, that's
So
what.
so tell me, because when, like you said, that's newer. When did this take place?
I know.
This
what
is
do you-
older.
what do you-
I would think the thing couldn't. That was like.
Well,
older.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
yeah, from the beginning when he became the Thing. I thought you said it was a newer question. That's why I was asking what changed. All right.
All right, Jen, you're up.
Oh,
Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
Yes.
Bob the Builder.
Mjolnir.
I think
Finally,
it's
she
pronounced
got
Majoliner.
Yeah,
Majoliner.
Jolly Rancher.
No,
Yeah.
no. Jen just got one.
Yeah.
So now it's 5-1.
Yeah, he was a human. Oh wait, yeah, he was a human. Right? And then he got
Yeah.
transformed to the thing because
Well,
of the
Man Thing was never human. Thing from Fantasy
that
IV
thing.
was.
Oh,
human.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
man
assume-
thing, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good job, Jen. I'm actually rooting for anybody on this panel now. As long as
Now
one of
we're
us-
against you guys are against the
All right. Which superhero was created by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon?
chat.
Isn't that a lot? Or at least more than
Well, I
one?
guess, but I guess
I
one of them. Pick one of them. Who made up the name? It wasn't even named before Stan did.
Oh shit.
One thing. Oh, somebody already got the answer in the chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it?
Black Panther.
Like what?
Is that right? Black Panther? No. Captain America. Damn it.
Yeah. Okay, this
Oh.
one sucks. I picked bad ones. Sorry, guys.
These are so
No,
hard.
you're good.
Yeah, you
Bad players.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Toasted, I was close, right?
Oh,
I
jeez.
said Black Panther. No, and I know it's not Black Panther
Okay.
because I met the guy that created Black Panther in Baltimore, Brian. He was there. Damn
Oh,
it.
jeez. Okay.
All
go to the
right,
next
Brian,
one.
you're up.
So, what African country was Nokia operating in as a spy before T'Challa brought her back to Wakanda?
Shit.
What?
Remember?
Holy crap.
I remember this on the movie.
You guys in the chat better not be Googling because you're making us look terrible. No Googling.
Of course, they're googling some.
No
I'm not.
Googling.
I'm not saying because I'm just gonna be ignorant in silence and instead of saying something and totally remove all doubt.
It's
I
an
don't know.
African country, so you have name like the one African country you know.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Actually, I think that might be. Hold on. Yes, that's correct.
I don't
That was
know.
a complete lucky guess.
We'll take it.
Fine.
Panel has 2 points.
Yeah, you got
now what,
points.
chat. Now what?
Now it's panel against that.
Oh, okay, Rob sort of knew, but we're not going to count his answer. Rob doesn't count. Good job, Brian.
I didn't see his. Sorry.
Zimbabwe. All right. Next up, Jen. What is the only Marvel movie to not feature an end credit scene?
Is this any Marvel movie, like, or Disney Marvel movie?
I would say Marvel
The
Studios,
Disney.
right?
Yeah, like more recent,
Not Sony or Fox.
not the older ones.
To not
Yeah.
feature an end credit scene?
Do like a process of elimination. Guardians of the Galaxy had one. Black Panther had one. Doctor Strange had one.
It was a big one.
It was before Endgame, Infinity Wars. No, wait, because that's the thing. It would be Endgame or
Yeah.
Endgame. Okay, because
Yeah.
Infinity Wars had the end credit scene of them.
Yeah,
And then at the end game, okay, yeah, cool.
yeah. In game, they just had the the hammer, right? The cling, cling. That didn't show
Yeah.
really anything, right? Yeah, New Mutants. Oh gosh,
I
stop
think
it.
you beat the chat, although Sarah knew it pretty quick too. So did Patrick.
Yes.
So that's what, 3 points now for us? We'll say 3. Oh man, I am your guys' weakest link this round, but I'm getting crazy. This better be good.
I
Who
don't
was
know.
the first female superhero to appear in the title of an MCU movie?
That's easy.
Oh, the title.
The title.
I think it might be the
Even the
same person
title.
I'm thinking about though. Still,
Okay, just say it since we're
I was
going
gonna
against
say
the
Black
chat.
Widow.
Captain America. I mean,
No,
Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
No, Captain Marvel?
No,
Hold on.
No?
no.
That doesn't count as my answer since it was my turn. Jen answered, so it doesn't count. I get to think about it some more. And Brian said Black Widow, and you said no, so it doesn't count either, though.
Captain Marvel was the first
No.
female in the title.
No.
In a
I don't
movie.
think so. Yeah, no.
I don't know. I was
Robert-
gonna say Captain Marvel, so
Rob's answer already.
Wasp.
Oh, come
I would never have thought that. Too, when you put it up there, I'm like, yep.
Yeah. Because the
Joe
Ant-Man and the
Montana.
Wasp came out first.
Wait, but that was
Before.
Ant-Man. Oh, it was and the Wasp.
But it's
Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was the tricky part. Yeah, I would have said Captain Marvel too, but that's okay. Sorry, guys. Didn't get us a point. Brian, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, was that the end?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, no.
All right. I
Please,
feel
by the
like
bell.
Yes.
I think that we need to like reevaluate how we did the scoring system. I feel like I technically earned that one where you guys said that I looked at the chat and I totally didn't. I think I get that point.
You did.
I think I get one of Brian's points because I helped him.
Yeah.
I said it's
Look
an
at- you
African
see how
country.
cheater she is? Do you see
And then I
that?
think I get one of Jen's points because you answered Captain Marvel for me, which got in my head because I was going to say Wasp, but then I started
You
thinking
You were going to
Captain
say
Marvel.
Wasp?
I was going to say Wasp.
Really?
Yeah. We're
Oh,
at
Anthony! Hi!
Hey, Adam.
Hey, I'm sorry, Brian.
Please,
It's great to
Anthony.
meet you. I
Oh.
just wanted to jump on and say hi real quick. And since you're new to Nearing Nerdvana, I'm assuming you've never seen this.
Listen up. Tonight on Comic Book Women, we're talking war corns.
I hadn't.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
I'm guessing you weren't supposed to show that.
No, Brian, he was supposed to delete that video.
It was great.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I
was
thought you deserved this
promoting.
day. You were a great sport. You played the game that they laid out for you pretty well, even though Laura cheated the whole time. And I was like, he deserves this.
That was
Pick
great.
a side, Mr. Arroyo.
I think
Pick a
that.
side.
I mean, nothing against the other one, but you could put that up as a temporary channel trailer.
I'm into it.
No. Anthony, what did you launch tonight? Since we
Oh,
have you on.
Moon Knight. Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood #1, and it was an amazing launch. Appreciate everybody that showed up, and you hopefully got some new subs tonight because people are like, "Are there coupons?" I'm like, "There's this live show right now, and they may have one. You might want to go over there and read the description." So hopefully you guys got some more subs.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it was
babe.
good.
I won trivia.
No, she didn't.
Who won?
Yeah.
No,
sure
she's a
didn't.
liar.
We should do that, though. Can we do that? Can we do us versus the chat?
The chat, that would be cool.
The chat would kick. Well, how do
Yeah.
we keep the chat from cheating? You guys think I'm bad? They're all going to
That's
be there with their
true.
cell phones.
Well, ideally, we answer first. Ideally.
There you go.
Right?
So if we say it before their chat shows up in the timestamp.
All right.
Did Laura play the trivia Smackdown trailer thing we made?
Yeah.
Did you like how that was us saying it, and then we just kept changing the octaves?
I don't even think they noticed.
No, I didn't.
That's Laura and my voices. I just changed the octaves and layered it like 3 times, and I had all the kids in here. I'm like, all right, everybody say trivia Smackdown.
That's funny.
It was pretty
Ew.
funny.
And since you're on, do you have anything that we can give away to our viewers?
What did you guys talk about tonight? What was the deal?
We talked about Simpleman's
Brian.
comics and then a bunch of Marvel stuff, like horrible Marvel trivia that was like impossible.
I mean, how badass and swaggy and drippy do you want me to get?
Pretty badass, pretty
All right,
swaggy, pretty drippy.
I'll be back. Theo Anthony's gonna be back. I'll be back.
Okay, let me add people's names.
Well, we could just pick, or actually, why don't we put the pressure on Brian? He can pick somebody in the chat as a winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hope you bring something good to like take everyone's memory off of how bad trivia was.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Like I don't even. Yeah, that work.
It's because of me. I like it was bad mojo because I even said like on Instagram like, watch me bomb in trivia.
Even in the $1 million shows, they give you 4 options.
Yeah, we should have multiple choice.
Next time, we
4
will do
options.
that.
And like,
I'm like,
that one.
I'm getting old, man. After like 9 p.m., my brain just starts. I just want to shoot people in the face on video games at that point.
You're so you look young though.
Drunko chat. Drunko vision.
Yeah.
Drunko vision?
Yeah, that would.
Because that's easy. Because it's like it's pixelated, and your brain's like this. What?
Anthony, go ahead.
Jen.
How about in honor of tonight's launch, we go with Moon Knight, the 1 in 100 Bill Sienkiewicz.
Ooh,
The 1 in 100.
1 in 100 ratio, and this is a great one from that ratio run.
Mm.
The one in 25 was fantastic. The 1 in 100 was good. Sad to say, the 1 in 200 Mermita was a little the 1 in 50 was kind of but yeah, the 1 in 100, the 1 in 25, I thought were the best ones. And
Hold on, I'm gonna put you on the big screen real quick. Ooh,
top load this baby. You guys can give this away tonight.
thank you. That was a lot more generous than I thought you were gonna be, but we'll take it. So now the question is, how do we decide who wins it?
I've been typing the names, but I'm catching up right now.
Ooh.
Oh wait, real quick. They call me Bruce. Not blaming Lucy. I'm saying easy wise. Although I like this for us versus the chat.
I'm blaming Lucy.
No, I'm not blaming Lucy.
I blame Lucy.
No,
These questions
never.
were too hard, and she didn't feed them to me before the show.
I blame
Thought
Lucy
we were-
too. What are we blaming her for?
She didn't text message me the questions
Because she never let Charlie kick the damn football.
Hey, not my fault. You guys suck. Just
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Oh,
I
come
gotta
on,
adjust my
Rosie.
inventory because I
Me
gotta
too.
take out one of these for you
We
guys.
should have these at comic conventions though.
what?
Like and after like go to a bar and just do like a trivia night.
Right?
That'd be
Laura and I
fun.
did that on a cruise ship one time. We were on a cruise and we did Marvel trivia, and we smoked everybody there. It was it wasn't even fair how bad we smoked everybody.
Yeah.
The guy
it
was like,
pretty bad.
"Oh, you guys must be really into this." I'm like, "Yeah, we kind of do it for."
They made you like name the Infinity Stones, and we were spacing on the Space Stone. Ironically, we were sitting there like, "What's that other stone?" And we're sitting there like, "Oh!" And now everybody else is like, "The blue one, the red one, the
A yellow
Oh,
green
Jesus
one.
Christ.
And we're like, "No, you have to say the actual names." And you know me, I'm competitive. So the guy started like announcing, and I interrupted the announcer. I'm like, "No, we can't go by colors. They have names." And he's like, "Okay."
Like, look at this nerd.
Oh, you would have laughed because one of the questions was, "Where's Black Panther from?" And Laura and I unanimously stood up and went, "Wakanda forever!" together in unison. And I had a Mai Tai, and she had.
I was gonna say we were drinking mojitos.
Mojitos, the blended mojitos, and we were like, "Boom, get some!" But yeah, we owned it.
We
That's
owned it.
funny. You know, when I'm like listening to like podcasts and they talk about like, you know, comics and stuff like that, I feel like such a geek because I'm like, that's not what it calls. That's I'm like, that's not how you say it. Or I don't. Yeah, I feel like a total nerd when he.
Did I say Bill Sienkiewicz? I always mess up his name.
I
How do you
don't
think
know.
of it?
Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
I can't say that damn
It's
name.
easy to say Sinkowitz, but don't
I
say
used
that
to say-
around him, especially. He'll definitely correct you.
You know what?
Say it like
you know what
that,
it is? You guys
too.
have seen 5-0 Goes West?
Yes.
That's what I get in my head. So I always say Sinkowitz, like Mouskowitz, and it
Yeah.
gets stuck. I don't know why I connect those two. They have nothing to do with each other.
I used to pronounce it like that. I thought it was like that, Sinkowicz.
Sinkowitz.
So yeah, you
Okay.
and Brian met in Baltimore. You remember that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was sitting here
we,
thinking-
we bro
You
handshake
guys were
and
launch-
shoulder.
yeah, and you launched. You guys were launching your kick-ass Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It feels like so long ago. We were talking because Brian has 24,000 subscribers on YouTube, Aunt.
Jeez.
Right? It's crazy. We're like, how does that even happen? So we're kind of picking his brain.
Well,
Trying to get
Brian, I got to give him a pat on the back because, like Tales from the Flip Side and Brian, Simpleman's, like you guys are my go-to for info when I first started. Like that Wednesday Warrior shit was hardcore. You're there every morning. Everybody hates you, but I got my information from you guys. I show up and people are like, "Oh shit, he's here." And I'm like, "You're damn right, I'm here." Woo! And I throw them off. I'm like, "I'm looking over here, but I'm really spotting this one out the peripheral." Yeah, that stuff was awesome.
The same
Mel
with
V is the same way from Drunken Chat. He used to send out texts that he was waiting in line at Midtown and talking about Goon Carl and a bunch of others. But
Dude, the LCSs around here in Arizona had an Anthony rule.
Yeah. And me. They started treating me differently too.
Laura went into a shop to pick me up a book. They're like, "You're Anthony's wife. He was already here." So they wouldn't let her buy one.
Isn't that kind of messed up? Like, why can't I buy a copy for myself? But since I'm Anthony's wife, we only get one copy between the two of us.
Laura, I'll give you $50 if you can remember the book that happened on.
It was Superman, wasn't it?
No.
Spider-Man?
Okay, come on. You can't have 50 again.
Wait, yeah, I can.
It was one of your most favorite covers ever.
Was it a Frozen cover?
Reason?
No. Middleton.
The Batgirl?
Oh, my Batgirl?
Batgirl 23. I sent her to a shop to get it, and he was like, "He was here this morning. You can't have another one."
Which, ironically, I really like those. Anyways.
Yeah, I do too. Thank you, Brian.
See?
yeah,
Everybody
like I said,
bought it.
it's great in that I'm thankful and I'm but it's like I'm just glad people are part of the community. If they get it from us, they get it from someone else. I think the community is great. Like I said, it was good to be able to talk to some of those creators and become friends with them. But yeah, that's one of the things that's sometimes it feels good to say, well, I learned it from this people or this channel, but it's as long as they learn it and people are picking up the books, I think that's what's the most important.
We don't do that.
But it's
tough for
frustrating for the other people that are like, well, I talked about it first.
I'm just
You
glad
might
you
have
did
been,
it.
but-
I'm glad you did it. Because if you didn't do it, like, because it is hard with indies, because you're like, okay, well, here's my set money that I have for my comics. Indies are a gamble. When you guys talked about Kanto, I was like, oh, it sounds really cool, actually. If you guys didn't talk about it, I probably would have just passed it up.
But then you also get the opposite where people are upset that you are talking about it because they don't want they're onto it and they want it to be smaller. But
it's a hard place to live in.
Yeah, like I always say that I was recommended to me by a friend, right? But that friend watched you, so that's kind of like he was watching one and he's like, oh, you should pick up this one, like and then I was like, oh, okay, so I'm always like, and I just learned this like not so long ago. And I was like, oh, like I always say that because you told me about it. But it's like, oh, yeah, but I was watching Simpleman's YouTube and he talked about it. And that's why that, I picked it up. And that I was telling you, make sure to pick it up. And yeah.
I almost feel like you guys are like draft analysts is like like when they get the news first, they got to put it on Twitter right away so they can claim that they said it first. Like as soon as you guys get a beat, it needs to be like on Twitter, like Simpleman's Comics, this one's gonna be hot, send, so that nobody else can go, I said it first.
I will tell you, there is one book that I've got an advanced copy on, and I'm sure you might even be doing a exclusive for it. But the book from Image coming out, I Hate This Place.
Yes,
that book I got an advanced PDF, and that book, if you like horror comics, that it's great. It's got almost like a mixture of horror, M. Night Shyamalan, but Salem slot type vibe.
I think we are doing an exclusive for that one, aren't we, Ant?
Well, kind of. We partner with another retailer, and I didn't want to do too many of them.
Oh, is that with John?
Yep.
Well,
John. Brian knows John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing with him, so that's kind of perfect.
Now
I'm gonna have to trivia question, Ant.
I'm gonna have to pick it up.
How many American are two?
Yeah.
No.
Five goes west. Is there three?
Is there Five goes east and Five goes north and Five goes south?
Five and his family traveled to America in the first one, and then Five goes west is when they go west. That's two.
Yeah. All I know is there's no cats in America, and the streets are made of cheese.
Brian, I got to get you to read The Closet, one of the new Image titles that is in the previews this month. I read it with my daughter, And she was like, "Where's issue 2?" And I'm like, "No, you don't understand. They sent me like an advanced copy so I can do a cover." And she's like, "Well, that's stupid." She was all
She's like Ashley. She's like, what? Why do I have to read now?
Well, I can't finish
You're
it.
not cool, Anthony.
It's more family oriented, but Skybound is getting into. They're doing Lego books. I got an advanced copy of the PDF to read of the Ninjago. So if you're a Lego Ninjago fan, that's a great book to pick up as well. What that's coming out.
Skybound's doing another one though. Or what's it called?
Who I think they were talking about it on Ninth Wonders show. Aaron Yee was saying that they were making the Lego ones.
The Ninjago
Lego Ninjago. Yeah. There's a couple of covers for it too.
After school, Lego, or it's Skybound After School is what it's called, or something like that.
Well, Skybound is Image too, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's an imprint of Image.
Okay.
All right, Lucy, do you have the wheel ready?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do this? Should we do the giveaway?
Yeah, give it away.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, tell Lucy how many clicks of this wheel once she gets it up on the screen here, and what are they getting, Anthony?
What?
What are they getting on the giveaway?
Tell me. Let me shuffle this.
Moon Knight 1 in 100, right?
Yep, 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anthony's working. Okay. All right, so Brian, tell her when to stop.
No, tell me when to go.
Okay, go.
There it is.
And stop.
Let's see.
Mitch!
He won last time. Somebody
Wait, can we do the timer or no?
Yeah, 30-second timer.
Oh,
He's here.
It's
He's
okay.
always
won.
here.
Oh yeah, he won last time and he wasn't here.
Yeah.
Come
You won
on,
Tuesday.
He has to.
I don't
Come
get
on,
why it's
Namesh.
always the mesh.
You hasn't made me pick another song for the winner.
That was I couldn't hear it.
They're saying nice, Namesh. Oh, he's here! Yay! Congratulations. Latasha goes so close. Greetings,
That's
all.
sweet
Don't
book.
forget me. Hello.
Oh,
Would like to gift it to the birthday girl. He wants to give it to She Geek.
Where's that?
Aw.
Oh, that's nice.
The mesh is the
her
people.
birthday, dude. Yeah,
Namesh.
yes, Namesh is amazing.
Oh my gosh,
He
Sarah, did you see this?
He sent baby M so many gifts. It's crazy.
He has good karma just all around him, right? Namesh, thank you. That's really sweet of you.
That's amazing.
All right. I think that's basically it. So any last words? Jen, go ahead.
Real quick, do you guys want us to do? I know we can't all do it. Reaction review of Moon Knight when it comes out at 3:00 in the morning on Wednesday.
Oh, you're crazy. Are you watching that at that time?
Jen, I got an idea. At 3:00 in the morning, I'm going to wake up and you're going to be up.
That's the devil's hour.
It is. And I'm going to stream it on this side and I'll watch it and you watch it too. And we'll live stream just us watching the episode with no audio.
I like that idea.
You should have music playing in the background then, so like it's not just silence and us going, "Oh my god!"
I think that'd be awesome.
Do you, Brian? Do you watch any shows like that, like crazy over here? Wait.
I do. I don't watch them at 3 in the morning when they premiere. Like I just
Right?
watched the first episode of Halo on Paramount Plus. That was great. If you don't have to be a Halo fan to enjoy that. I like the lead actor in there. What's Pablo? See, I am messing up with names again. Forget names. Pablo, the guy from The Wire, man.
Yeah, I can't remember
In
his
13
name.
hours, but that first episode was good. Of course, I've been watching Mandalorian.
Oh my goodness. You can't
Book
say
of
his
Boba
last
Fett.
name.
Book of Boba Fett.
Shriverb?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
But he was the one in what was it
Wait.
season 2, season 3 of The Wire.
Anthony.
That was
Sam.
Oh, Sam. Oh my gosh. You could like hear Sam burp through the mic.
Sorry, that was my husband.
That shit was from the core. That was like right here.
Oh
Well,
my
I'm glad
God.
that you blame it. And Anthony and you guys didn't think it was me.
Yeah, what the hell, by the way?
That's true. Anthony is actually quite a gentleman. Like his mom, like raised him very. He's very, very gentle.
When I gotta make sounds like that, I go in the backyard and shut the door behind me.
Thank you for that. It's probably why we're still so happy, right? Because I don't have to.
I will
LS.
say the best shows on TV right now for me,
What's the-
Yellowstone and 1883.
I'm watching Yellowstone right now. I'm only
Really?
5 episodes in though.
That's too much.
I'm
drama.
rewatching
I
Naruto.
can't.
Nice.
Lennox just started watching that one. You know, we watched Yellowstone 1 episode, really good, but I feel like it's too intense. I can't, like, I don't know. But what is the other one? The one.
1883.
What
Kind
is
of
that
like
one about?
the super prequel to Yellowstone on Paramount. It's got Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's like how they settled the Dutton Ranch in Montana.
It's
Ooh,
got
I'll
the
have to
silver
get
fox
into
in it from the ranch.
Yeah, and
Brian, is it better for me to finish Yellowstone or should I watch 1883 first?
you can. They're not really tied to each other, so you could go back and forth. There's some nuances that you go, oh, that kind of makes sense from Yellowstone, but you don't even have to watch Yellowstone itself to watch 1883. It's kind of different story set. I forget what year it takes place. I'm kidding, but
1883 maybe?
it's like the war of 1812. But yeah, so you don't really have to watch. It kind of helps make sense. Just nuance type stuff, but the stories you can watch.
Brian, what's Halo streaming on? Because I'm looking for it.
Paramount Plus
What the hell is that?
or Cody. 1883 is on Paramount Plus too. It used to be CBS's streaming app, and they changed it to Paramount.
Mm-hmm. You can get it through Amazon Prime.
All right,
If
bro,
you-
Team Shake. Laura, this is what we're watching tonight, okay, bro, Chacho?
Sounds good.
I'm gonna
Right,
watch
you
video
like
game movies and pizza.
zombie shows.
I
Cool.
do.
You
I
need
kind
to
of gave
watch
up on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Kingdom on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it's a Korean one.
That's the one. Is that the one in the school or whatever?
No, that's another one. That's
Okay.
another. No. This one is like kind of like back in the day with samurais and shit like that. Like
I think I started watching that, and then I ended up not being able to find it, and found like The Kingdom or whatever that other show with the some.
No. Well, see, there's that one Kingdom, right? And then they have like it's like 2 seasons, and they have a movie. So like, but the movie ties into the show. But I think you have to watch season 1 first, right, babe? And then the movie, and then I think season 2, right, Sam? Sam,
Huh?
you watched the first season, and then the second one, right? The movie of Kingdom.
We watched all of it.
Will you watch both of the
2
first?
seasons and the movie.
Yeah, okay. So 2
Sometimes you-
seasons, and then the movie. You have to watch.
Is it similar to like the same people like was it Train to Busan and stuff like that?
No, it's different actors,
Okay.
but it's just because of the time era, like how
Oh,
the
gotcha.
way it's just it's such a good show. It starts a little slow, but then it just gets so good. And the movie, I can't wait for the 3rd season. It's such a good show. You have to watch it.
Laura and I are watching Is It Cake on Netflix.
Oh, I heard of that.
The cakes don't.
Is it cake? I don't know.
Cake. You don't know if it's cake.
don't know if it's
Because they're
cake.
like, that is definitely a puka shell. But then it was
Chew.
cake.
It's cake.
Chew.
Anyway.
Yeah, we need to find a new show. Lucy, do you still have your wheel by chance?
I can bring it up. Why?
Because I forgot to open this. Girls, do you remember when we did the Hawkeye show?
Yeah.
Remember Anthony ordered this? It has that dude on what's his name? That actor.
Hawkeye.
Jimmy Renner.
Yeah. This was supposed to be a giveaway, but we never did
Hawkeye.
it. And then I finally opened it. So do you guys want to give it away tonight too?
Sure.
It's a good one.
Can I?
You cannot have it,
I
Jen.
know.
This is New Avengers issue 33 variant edition. And this will go home with somebody too. Because She Geek, birthday girl, got one. Brian, same deal. Tell her when to start.
Start.
Yeah.
He's like being
And-
attacked by all these robots.
Stop.
Let's see.
It's a good rendition of Jeremy Renner, though.
Oh, Rob!
Oh my gosh, he finally
He just commented.
won.
He finally won.
Rob, you have exactly 26 seconds, or should we make it shorter for Rob? Should we give him 4 seconds?
Yeah, since he's always saying to move on. Next.
Oh, he's already there.
There you go.
Damn, he's good. Congratulations. If we
Hey,
don't
Laura.
already have your information, send it to Anthony at Instagram.
I
What?
was in the warehouse and look what I found.
Oh, Jen's gonna be mad.
I'm not mad. That's
You want to know
cool.
the best part though, Jen? This will make you mad. I bought it at a place and it had a $3 price tag on it.
Ooh.
job. That's a good get.
Right? I put in a new bagging board, but I was like, I almost want to take a picture of the bagging board with a $3 price tag and be like, suck us. But that's not that
The
boring.
match is on next.
It is
Oh, that's
worth.
fine. Oh,
Again.
Brindle.
Online is one thing, right? eBay and all that other stuff. But like in person at a comic book store, that kind of digging or estate sale, half price books, antique shop, like it's awesome when you find something. It's that feeling is just you
I'm
can't.
telling you, Brian, you train these fingers.
It was like
Right here.
3 years ago, we were all at Baltimore, and you guys know Dino, right?
Yeah.
Dino, Sean Leggett, all of us were walking, and we walked to another table, and Dino stayed back, and he came back. He said, "Hey, I just got these books for like $10." And he was going through it, and one was like the Dave Wilkins Skeletor Masters of the Universe variant. But I was like, and I'd been hunting for it. I was like, son of a bitch. He's like, well, I'll probably razz it. And he put it up for raffle like when I was at work in a meeting. He's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
He didn't even give you dibs on it. That's cold.
I think it came back like I ended up getting lucky, and another
Come
guy on
on.
Instagram said, hey, this person's selling it. So I didn't get it for $3, but I bought a 9.8 on Instagram. I think it was like
Oh, nice.
$6.50 at the time. So
Those Wilkin covers are dope.
Okay,
He did
Grando.
one. He did an exclusive of the new run too, the reboot, the Masters.
yeah, with Wanted, right, Drew?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Grando, like next time, you have to be active in the chat so I can be able to add you before we start the raffles. I mean, the giveaway raffles. I have that word.
Giveaway raffles, kind of the same
Giveaway.
thing.
So make sure you guys are active in the chat whenever we
Hit the
are
little
live.
bell, subscribe so you know when we're live.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right.
Oh, you guys have a coupon code too. Somebody asked me for today. You might want to advertise
Yeah.
that a little more.
It's Nerdvana, right? And what did they get? 15%?
Last time you said 15. Today you went down to 14. So what is it?
What is it, Aunt?
It's 15. Why would you go down
It's
to 14?
15. I don't know.
I said
That was such an
14?
odd number. You said 14.
Well,
And I
no,
was like,
Nerdvana 14 is the code for cover price.
oh. Mhm.
but then you said you get 14% off.
Did I really? Oh,
Yeah, I was just
Co-owner,
like,
Bird City Comics, right there, guys.
oops. My bad.
14. It's for 30 days of limited, unlimited cover price for 99 cents, but new members only. But that's only for cover price.
Okay, I got my numbers, but so there you go. If you use Nerdvana, it's 15% off. So yeah, Anthony's sponsoring the show now, which is really cool of you. We appreciate that. Brian, do you have any last words before we let you go? And thank you for coming on. But any last words you want to leave? Oh, you have Ivana. You picked our Ivana this week.
The name we call Ivana, the Ivana of the week.
My
Sorry, I
quote?
didn't tell him it was the Ivana of the week. I just told him to pick.
He's like,
she's gonna pick a quote or a meme. You guys, Simon Sinek is awesome. You guys ever listen to Simon Sinek?
I had to look up who it was because I had to look up your quote, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" So let everybody know before I put it up.
Yeah, he does a lot of motivational speeches. I mean, if anyone knows who, I'm sure a lot more people know who Gary Vaynerchuk is. Simon Sinek's kind of a similar guy. Does a lot of leadership, a lot of conferences like that. A lot of great books. I'm not a reader. I'm a listener. So thank God for Audible. But and a YouTube channel and podcast. But there's just, if you get it's like that motivation and that type of stuff, especially when you get burnt out from doing channels and things like that and just kind of want that pick me up. He's always one of those great speakers to help motivate you. Bunch of great books. But yeah, he had a quote on there, and
Here, I'll put it up for you. So the Ivana of the week is what we like to end the show, guys, on, and our guests, if they are willing, usually picks it. So Brian, go ahead and read this one off to everyone.
yeah, so it says bad leaders care about who is right, where good leaders care about what is right. And this one kind of resonated with me, not only from the comic world, but also from, you know, my day-to-day, the job that I live and work. It's a lot of people who care about who is right instead of what is right. It just seems to like kind of mess up the waters. You
Love
know?
this.
So
Yes. Yeah. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, I want to send this to so many people.
but But yeah, definitely check them out. There's, and not to talk about millennials in a pejorative way, but there's a video on YouTube about Simon Sinek and millennials, and it's actually very illuminating to watch. It's like a 12-minute video, but it says stuff that it's not like talking down to millennials. It's like, hey, here's how you might be able to understand them. And there's a lot of stuff that, like, oh shit, I do that same thing. We're addicted to cell phones and dopamine and all that. It's a good little 12-minute segment.
Yeah, that's cool. Laura's a millennial, so makes sense.
Barely.
Elder millennials.
Elder millennials.
That sounds
Is that just the way to draw a line in the sand? So you're not a millennial?
I'm barely a millennial. I think I'm like
I don't even categorize. I'm always like, I'm like Airwolf, A-Team. that age group. Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
This is a solid one.
My
Jen,
kid
what do you
can
think
go,
of
you're
this?
old, and I'm like, get a job.
Get a job. We do, actually, he does. But Jen, what are your thoughts on this quote?
I like it a lot. I've heard of Gary Vee, and so I'm gonna check this guy out now.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Vee is a lot more entrepreneurial type spirit, but he does a lot of. Simon Sinek does a lot of speeches too, and then a lot of people know Gary Vee and of course Tony Robbins type stuff. But
Ant, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic quote. It's simple. It's to the point. I think people try to convolute situations with a lot of details. And it's like right is right, wrong's wrong, and people try to make a lot of excuses in between. So it's cool, nice and simple, and to the point.
Yeah, and look how cute he is in his little glasses. Right? I mean, he does also cool.
So you like guys with glasses, eh?
Lucy, you like this quote? I think you already said you did. But...
yeah, I do, and especially because I feel like, a lot of people like. I think a lot of us, because I include myself, like we try to prove people wrong. It's like, no, you're wrong, and I'm gonna, I don't know.
No, I don't, Lucy. You're wrong. I don't do that.
Oh, shut your mouth.
I was gonna say I think we're all.
But yeah,
I'll say
like so
I'm
it's
guilty
like,
of it.
Yeah, I like it.
Good stuff. That's a good one to end the show on. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe and follow Nearing Nerdvana. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Anthony, the owner of Bird City Comics over there, is sponsoring the show. So use code Nerdvana to pick up all the cool exclusives they have coming out. I say they, even though it's me, but they have coming out. And Brian, are you on Whatnot?
I'm on there, but I haven't been selling.
Hey, you and Jen. In
Like
spirit,
I said,
you guys
it's
are
not
on
the
Whatnot.
selling part; it's the shipping part.
Shipping part.
Yeah, it's the shipping part.
I was telling my sister, I'm like, I think I want to do 5, and she's like, no one does 5 on because now I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry, but I got her into Whatnot. People will have like 100 things listed, and I'm like, I don't know how they do it. 5. Yeah. I can do 5 because it's like a half hour each packaging. I can do 5. Yeah,
I did like right when they were getting big into comics, and I had Chancellor from Whatnot on the channel, and then did a little app, a highlight of the Whatnot app. Of course, it's old enough to where the logo was older and the app's changed a little bit, but so I did a show to kind of figure it out, and it was a blast. I kind of turned it into almost a party. I had a freaking little hip hop playlist going, just throwing some stuff out there. I was having some adult Kool-Aids. It was good, except for 2 days later when I'm like, now I gotta pack all this shit.
Yes, the packing. That's one thing too that I kind of like. I think I'm like, oh my god, do I have enough supplies? Like, I have to think about the supplies if we have enough.
Yep. Laura's the packing warden around here. She comes over and she's like, "You haven't done any shipping in a while." I'm like, "I did 200 packages today." She's like, "You didn't do 300," and I'm like,
"Wait, 200 in one day?"
Yes. Remember, Jen, I told you there was a day where Anthony and I did 400 in one day.
Yeah, but
like,
how?
It's hard.
I take a half hour per package, so maybe I need to figure out how to.
Yeah,
it should be like
that's too much.
I can do 20. I can do 20 in about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's
20.
Oh, I got a whole workstation. It's like a flow. It's like
that Domino's pizza box guy.
You guys haven't seen my YouTube? Or not my YouTube. You guys haven't seen my TikTok? I'm fat as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And it's Anthony Packaging. You know that?
And I'm flying.
That's funny.
I gotta look at TikTok. I don't
It's gonna go
That's
viral
so
now.
funny. No, I'm having one. I'm having an auction on Monday, so go bookmark me right now.
Perfect. So
But-
at Mama Comics on Whatnot, Simpleman's Comics again on YouTube. I put your link to your YouTube and your Instagram and your website.
Oh, website's fine. It's just kind of dormant.
Well, still, all of your good stuff is in the description down below. Yeah, and I think that was basically it for us for tonight. On Tuesday, we'll be back for the market report that we do at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we're doing a Moon Knight Part 2, right? Yeah, we're going to cover some more Moon Knight right before that drops.
Well, because it comes out at 3 o'clock the next day. So I feel like, yes.
Sorry, I'll mute you there. It's working down there, if you can't tell. All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate you. This was a blast, an absolute blast. We're going to have you on again. You can play a different game with us, maybe Drunko Vision. I think you and I would be better at that.
Yeah, and I can't thank you guys enough for extending the invite to me. I jumped at the chance, and thank you so much for all you guys do for the comic community. I think you guys have a huge voice, and I hope other people subscribe to you guys, and I'll do my part to help to get y'all's message out. But thank you guys so much for having me on.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right,
Sorry.
guys. Have a good night.
Skin man with